Buying stocks is an incredibly popular way to invest your money, but how do you actually go about buying a stock? In this video, I'm going to take you step by step through the process of buying a stock, and I'm actually going to purchase a share of stock in this video so you can see exactly what it looks like to purchase a share of stock using real brokerage software. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing one of my videos, please consider subscribing, as I will be uploading a ton of money and investing videos in the future. So be sure to hit the subscribe button below if you are interested in receiving those videos. The first thing that you need before investing in shares of a company's stock is a brokerage account. So a brokerage account simply connects you to the financial markets, and when you open and fund an account with a brokerage firm, you will have access to purchasing stocks. You more often than not will be able to trade options and futures, which are more complex instruments and outside the scope of this video. But the first thing that you need to buy a share of stock is a brokerage account. I'm not going to tell you who to open an account with, but I personally trade with a brokerage firm called Tastyworks, and that's because they have amazing commission structures for options traders. My first YouTube channel is actually an options trading channel, and I do a lot of options trading myself. You don't necessarily need a full-fledged trading platform if you're just investing in stocks for long-term investing purposes, but since that's who I have an account with, I'm going to be demonstrating buying a stock on their software. Now, really quickly, I want to show you what the brokerage account registration process looks like, just to show you how easy it is and how quick it is to actually go out there and open a brokerage account so that you can begin investing in the stock market. Right now I'm on the Tastyworks account types page, and it is just showing me the different types of accounts they have. Their primary account is just an individual margin account with full privileges, and it'll give you access to stocks, futures, and options. As it says, the application should only take 3 to 5 minutes to complete, and it even gives you all the information that you need before you go ahead and open your account. So you only need a couple things there. But you don't necessarily have to open the margin account. They have many other account types, as does every other brokerage firm. So do some reading to see what type of account you want to open when you open a brokerage account. You should also always look at the pricing and fees page for whatever brokerage firm you want to look into. And here we can see that most of their closing commissions are zero, meaning that if I want to close an option or futures position, I pay zero. But the important thing here is that the stock trading is free for both opening and closing trades, so you will not pay any commissions for buying and selling a share of stock. Once you've looked everything over and you want to open an account, there should be an open an account button on whatever brokerage site you're on, and then you will begin the registration process from there. Once you've actually registered your brokerage account, the last thing you have to do is, of course, put money into your account by funding it. So go and find the funding page, and you can hook up your bank account, and then that will allow you to deposit funds into your new brokerage account, and then you'll be good to go. Once you have your account open and funded, you are ready to go out there and buy a share of a company's stock. Let's jump over to the trading platform of the brokerage firm that I'm with, which is Tastyworks, so I can show you exactly what it looks like to actually purchase a share of stock of a company. So I've just opened the Tastyworks trading platform, and currently I have opened the chart of Apple, and Apple has the ticker symbol AAPL. The last price for Apple was $287 per share, and currently the shares are up about $8.50 today, which is a very nice upside movement. Before we move forward, we need to familiarize ourselves with the bid and the ask price, because every stock, option, or future will have a bid and ask price. The ask price is the lowest price that somebody is willing to sell something for, and the bid price is the highest price somebody is willing to pay to acquire something. So in this case, the bid price is around $287.10 and the ask price is around $287.12. But keep in mind, these prices will fluctuate every second of the day, as buying and selling pressure in the shares of Apple stock will constantly change the bid and ask prices, and therefore the value of that stock. In this video, since we're focusing on purchasing a share of stock, I have to click on the ask price, because that is the lowest price somebody is willing to sell the share for. So if I click on the ask price, this will bring up an order, and this basically just shows me what I am trying to do, and nothing is finalized yet. On the bottom left, it says I'm trying to buy Apple stock, which is what I want to do, but we need to be sure that we're looking at the order quantity, because there's always a default order quantity, and in this case, the default order quantity is 100 shares, and I do not want to buy 100 shares. I only want to buy 1 share, so I'm going to change my order quantity to 1. And once I change my order quantity to 1, it will update the information related to this particular trade. So first it says my maximum loss potential is $287, and that's because if I buy a share of Apple for $287, the most I can lose is what I paid, and that will occur if Apple goes to zero. But as we can guess, that is not a likely scenario at all. But nonetheless, the platform tells me what my risk is for this particular trade. Now, when you buy stocks, you're going to need the appropriate amount of money in your account, and this is called the buying power effect, or BP effect. So here the platform is telling me I need a minimum of $144 available to allocate to this trade, and that is 50% of the value of this trade, which is 50% of 287. And the reason the buying power effect is only half of the value of the position is because I have a margin account, and when you have a margin account, you are able to buy shares on 50% margin, meaning that you only need to put up half of the value of the share position to purchase those shares. So if everything looks good to me here, I can click review and send, and this will bring me to the final step where I can check everything with the order. As we can see here, the commissions and fees are zero, and that's because, as I showed you earlier, the fees for buying and selling stock on Tastyworks is $0. We can see that my stock buying power is $23.57, and since the buying power effect for this trade is $143, there are no issues at all here. So I can definitely buy this share of stock because I do have enough money in my account to make this trade. Now, the default order setting is for a limit order, and since this order is to buy shares of Apple at $286.84, but Apple is currently at $287.09, this trade is actually not going to get filled once I send the order, because a limit buy order will only be executed if you can buy the shares at your price or lower. So I just clicked send order, and as we can see, I didn't get filled, but it says that the order is working. If I go to my positions tab, we can see that it says Apple, and it says working order for one share, and it tells me my limit price is $286.84, but as we can see, Apple's current price is $287.04, and therefore, since Apple's price is higher than my limit order, I'm not going to get filled. So I just really quickly replace this order to get a little bit higher of a price to actually get filled on this. So now I'm just going to sit on this order because Apple's only a couple pennies above my limit order. So I'm going to wait and see what happens and see how long it takes before I'm actually filled on this trade. So there we go. It says filled on one share of Apple, and it tells me my fill price is $286.97, which was my exact limit price when I was trying to buy this share. So if I click on my position, it says I have one share of Apple. My trade price or entry price is $286.97. The mark or the current price is $286.90, and that is giving me a P&L of down a couple of pennies since the shares have traded slightly lower after I entered this position. That's going to do it for this video, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned exactly how easy it is to actually go out there, open a brokerage account, and begin buying stocks and getting invested in the stock market. My name is Chris Butler, and I will see you in the next video.